I'm going to finish off with Joel 3. Joel 3:18. Joel 3:18. In that day, the mountains will drip with new wine, and the hills will flow with milk. All the ravines of Judah will run with water. A fountain will flow out of the Lord's house and will water the valley of Acacias. Now, the valley of Acacias is the valley where Israel camped, all right, while in transition before entering the promised land. So it wasn't like the promised land, and it wasn't like where they'd been doing battle in Transjordan nations, where they'd won the battles, and they'd come into this place called the Valley of Acacias, where they were in transition. They were between encounters. They were between the promised and the promised land. They weren't in the promised land yet. I need to get danger pay for this job. It's a tricky job. Oh, the river flowed into the place of transition. Between the promise and the promised land was the valley of Acacias, and the river flowed into that valley. I love it. So wherever you are, holy. It's just God having fun with his kids. Just have a sense of humor. If nothing else, just laugh. Ha, ha, ha. But I suspect it's far deeper than that. Sometimes things are happening at a level that we're not always sure of, and I can cope with that. Thank you, Lord. So if you're in transition between the promise and the promised land, get in the river. The river's flowing. It's flowing for you. It's not flowing around you. It's flowing towards you. And it's flowing in you. And when I want to get in the river, I just make myself vulnerable to God. It can be a posture. It can be kneeling. It can be laying down. It can be just sitting with my hands held up and say, Lord, take me in. I want to be in. I just want to in. I want to go deeper. I want to go. If I'm ankle deep, I want to go knee deep. If I'm knee deep, I want to go waist deep. If I'm waist deep, I want to go up to where I can't stand anymore. And I want to encourage you tonight, you don't have to do something outrageous to be full of the Spirit. Just be full. Because privately, we don't know what you do and how effective you are. Only God knows that. Your leaves are for the healing of the nations. That we are all healers. All of us are called to bring healing to our workplace, healing to our colleagues, healing to our bosses, healing to our employees, healing to our family. We're all healers. That's the main thing.